All right, now let's go across to our correspondent Akshay Dongre, who is joining us live from Pokhran, Rajasthan. Good morning, Akshay. PM Modi to witness tri-service exercise which will display the might of indigenous weapons and equipment of Indian Armed Forces. It's a clear indication of India's readiness to confront and overcome contemporary and future challenges.
Well, absolutely, Abhishek. And in fact, as far as the main goal of this particular exercise is concerned, is the fact that over the past few years, one thing has been noticed in the conflict that are going on around the world, that the first casualty of any global conflict has been the supply chain disruption. And that is what India has been focusing on, rather, as far as marching towards self-reliance is concerned, being self-reliant in the basic technology, from the basic technology to the top-notch technology, state-of-the-art technology that the armed forces require. Because you cannot claim to be a developed country or a country that is a massive global power hub with a reliance on other countries as far as meeting your basic requirements for defense needs are concerned. And that is why in the past decade, what we have seen is not just the Indian Navy, Army, but also the Indian Air Force have been marching. In fact, not just these three forces, but as far as other defense equipments are concerned, requirements are concerned, by the Central Armed Police Forces, by the paramilitaries, all have been focused on one aspect, that the needs should be met locally, and there should not be any overt reliance on global supplies as far as defense requirements are concerned. We have seen this in terms of the commissioning of India's first indigenous aircraft carrier, INS Vikrant. We have seen this in terms of commissioning of the squadrons of INS Tejas, that is a 4.5 generation indigenous aircraft. We have seen this in terms of tanks that have been inducted, guns that have been inducted by the Indian Army, the Arjun main battle tanks, or the other guns that are being inducted, being developed by local industry. And besides that, even the Make in India initiative has been one of the focus of the defense forces, with joint collaboration with our global power houses in terms of defense manufacturing. So the big defense industries, including Lockheed Martin or Boeing or Airbus, or all of these industries have been now not just been focusing on selling to India or trying to sell their equipment, best equipment to India, but also to manufacture these equipment locally with partnership of the Indian firms here. So that has been one aspect, and the other one has always been the synergy, because growing threats that we are seeing in today's modern warfare are not just land, air, and sea, but they are also in space domain. They are in cyber domain, and to meet all of the requirements that the defense forces are facing nowadays, be it a drone warfare or anti-drone warfare, cyber warfare. So to counter all of these challenges, synergy is required. No force can work independently or in silos. So that has been the focus of Bharat Shakti, and that is going to be exhibited by the Indian Armed Forces today here in Pokhran, Rajasthan, in the presence of Prime Minister of India.
It will be indeed a great sight, Akshay, and you're trying to say that it also shows the strength of India's domestic defense capabilities on the global stage, and which is nation's strong strides towards Atmanirbharta in defense or self-reliance.
Absolutely. So we have been seeing that in Ukraine, while a country may have equipment, they may not have spare parts. And if you do not have spare part of this state-of-the-art technology, including fighter jets, tanks, then those are obsolete. You cannot use them without the basic equipment that goes on to repairing these parts. This goes on to servicing these parts or these equipment. So that has been the focus, that it's not just the technology, but the current technology that India is using. They should be able to upgrade or modernize these equipment locally by sort of inducting this state-of-the-art technology in the local defense industry. And that has been going on. Be it drones, we have seen that recently made in India drones, indigenous drones are also being inaugurated. There are plans to induct them. We have recently seen that India has already given a go-ahead for the fifth generation AMCA, that is Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft. That is going to be a fifth generation aircraft for the Indian Air Forces. There are already talks going on for TED-BF, that is a naval-based 4.5 generation twin engine aircraft that is going to be, in fact, the backbone of the Indian Navy. So all of these equipment are to be manufactured globally and to understand, or to rather develop the know-how of this state-of-the-art technology, a sort of manufacturing industry needs to be strengthened. So that is going on in India for the past few days, or rather past few years, and that is going to be exhibited in Bharat Shakti 2024 as well.
All right, we'll leave it at that, Akshay. Thank you for the time being, but we'll keep taking updates from you.